Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new signing with the WWE, and that is the Motor City Machine Guns. Very well known tag team. Just for those that don't know, like Kenny or myself, I'm just playing. But nah, bro, Motor City Machine Guns. Apparently, they signed with WWE, and they're gonna be debuting on NXT on the first episode on the CW in October,
Oh,
which I think is pretty dope. I know a lot of people were complaining about Motor City Machine Guns on NXT, saying that they're on the D show, which I completely understand. But sometimes, bro, and I've said this before with other wrestlers, I'm not against wrestlers going to NXT to get adapted to the WWE style because we all know it's just a little bit different, a little bit more methodical than some other, companies and the way that they go. Because some companies like to go, just like AEW. You get a wrestler in a ring and they're just going. WWE likes to slow things down a little bit. So, Kenny, going ahead and let me know, man, how you feeling about this?
that's what I don't care about. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But from what I understand, there were some negotiations going on between AEW and WWE,
Yeah, they were in
and it
there
looks
too.
like these guys. You said they were like kind of going head to head.
Yeah, they were in the mix.
See, that's a big thing going on these days, and I like to see it. I love to see these guys have a place to choose, and it's always interesting to me when they end up in WWE and they fall in NXT because these guys, I believe they were in TNA. Like I don't watch TNA, I've never seen these guys wrestle or anything, but I heard the name, and I think that has to mean something. So I'm surprised they actually didn't end up in AEW. But I will say, if they did end up in AEW, they would have been floundering. They wouldn't have ever popped up on TV. They would have just been in the background doing nothing. So, you know what? If NXT is your way into WWE, where you might be able to do something, then I say, you know what? Take your shot and build yourself up over in NXT. So I don't think it's a
100%.
terrible thing if you believe in yourself. I mean, look at Ethan Page. Who expected Ethan Page to come in there and take the championship and actually have this type of
Fair.
run with it? So, hey, man, I think the guys may have made the right decision because I just don't see them getting pushed forward in AEW based on how the tag team division is right now. So, you know what? I'm for it. But you just said something kind of crazy, Brian. You said AEW, these guys just go out there and go. What are you
Go.
talking about?
You know what I meant, bro. I wasn't trying to take a shot. They just go full
No,
speed.
no, I'm just kidding. But no, I said that because I was going to say you are right. That little the little bit of polish WWE puts on them does go a long way because I was at All Out. Yes, it was All Out. And one thing I noticed about Jack Perry is he's doing this thing right now with his hands where he holds them out. And during his entrance, he didn't go towards the hard cam to do it. He did it towards like when his back was towards the hard cam. I don't know if it was done for the visual, but just me having WWE brain and watching what they do all this time, I was like, you probably should have came up to this side and
Yeah,
did that so people could see, the frame, the face, and everything, just like
100%.
Chris Jericho used to do. So, hey, that's where NXT comes in, and I think NXT will kind of do these guys right.
Yeah, no, I 100% do agree with you on that. I do think that it is something that we should be looking out for more when it comes down to these AEW guys, but they're doing their thing over there and they're flourishing right now. I'd say in terms of, what they're doing and the guys that are on TV. But right now in NXT, I think these guys could possibly go on ahead and boost that tag team division, help establish it a little bit more before they go up there. You know what I mean? I think the tag team division in NXT is pretty much kind of non-existent right now. The guys that come up to my mind right away is Obafemi and Ethan Page, and those are basically the main roster champions in NXT right now.
I
So
was gonna say they're tag teams right now.
no,
Are they a
no,
tag
just
team?
no, not a tag team. But what I mean is like those are the two champions that come to my head. I don't even know who the main tag champs are. I think it might
Oh
be
yeah, I don't know.
Axiom and Nathan Frazier, if I'm not mistaken. But let me know down below. I haven't watched NXT in like 2-3 weeks.
I'm
But
about to look it up for us right now.
yeah, I think it is
NXT
them though.
tag team. You know what? I thought Axiom was just a guy in 2K24.
Oh
I had
no,
never
no.
seen this guy before in my life.
No, they actually have a compelling storyline on NXT right now. Like from when I was watching 2-3 weeks ago, it looked good. It looked like Nathan Frazier was gonna turn on Axiom, but we have
Mm.
to we have to see what happens with that. But yeah, looks like I was right. They haven't changed
Nathan
anything.
Frazier and Axiom. This just looks like another masked dude, man.
Yeah, he
They've
don't really
cooked the
do too
masked
much.
wrestlers.
Agreed. But I do think right now, man, getting the Motor City Machine Guns in WWE, I think that is big, especially after a rough year with free agency where WWE seemed to just be losing out on every free
Yeah.
agent. It seems like they are bouncing back as they got what was Stephanie Vaquer. Is that, I believe
Stephanie
that's her name?
Vacquer. Yeah, we
Vaquer,
haven't
yeah.
seen her yet.
We
What's
haven't
going
seen
on with
her.
her?
I heard that they're working on getting her a visa because she
Ah,
can't come to the United States and wrestle for a long
she got
time.
the cheeks though. Damn.
So they are so they are working on that. So we'll have to definitely see what happens with that. But Kenny, do you have any more remaining thoughts on this video, man?
Yeah, there was another one. Who's this girl? Julia? Her
Um
name's spelled
oh,
weird.
she's
Have you ever
already in
seen her?
NXT right now. She's going.
Yeah. Was there like a back and forth between her, or did she just settle up in NXT?
No, she's chilling right now. She's actually going against Roxanne. I think they're gonna throw the NXT championship on Julia. I think that's
Seems
bound to
like they're pretty
happen.
high on her. Have you seen her go before?
Yeah, I mean, she looks good. Again, I didn't really see her go in previous promotions. I've only seen her go in NXT, and she pretty much looks like the future to me. She can do it all. So I'm really looking forward to see what they do with her, and I think that she is going to be the next NXT champion. Roxanne is going to go straight to the main roster after, and I hope that she doesn't get lost in the shuffle, because that's another big thing with these NXT guys and the Motor City Machine Guns. That's probably something they should be potentially worried about as well. NXT likes to uh do by you really well, and once you get up to the main roster, it's like Triple H loses all sight of
Oh,
direction. And it, like, guys like Ilya, Carmelo Hayes, like those two guys are the first one that comes up to my mind, because yes, they may not be the biggest guys, they may not look like the craziest muscular wrestlers, but they are very talented. So it does
dude.
like hurt to see as a fan to see these guys not have any direction, it seems like. And I just hope that from now on, or from since that, since they brought him up, I just hope that they start taking their time with him, man. Not everybody has to be called up every year. Like, when you think about it, Kenny, their formula is so messed up, because a lot of
Mhm.
the call ups that they do is right after WrestleMania or right before, and they call up like 8, 9 people. It's like, bro, there's no way you have this many
Right.
plans for 8, 9 people at once. Braun Brick is the only guy that has benefited from the call up. Dijak, as you see how that went, got never showed up on TV and got fired or got released, whatever the case is.
Mhm.
So
Carmelo.
yeah, and Carmelo, he had a little roll up pin against
Could have been some
Randy
good
Orton.
spots.
Haven't seen him
Yeah.
since. They definitely have like some hopes for him, because you don't just let him get, you just don't let get Randy get pinned by anybody. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think that they definitely got something for him, but again, directionless right now. Elia, a guy that put up some banger matches, probably some of the best matches in history of NXT, and I'm not capping when I say that. Dragunov was
No, I
insane in
hear people say
NXT.
that.
Yeah,
I was
and
always telling y'all, like, I don't see the big hype, but I wasn't watching NXT. But
right,
everybody who watches him go,
he was
they say he's one of the
insane.
guys who can go.
Insane. I think that he's one of the best in terms of talent that WWE has, and nothing really crazy for him. He was stuck in the Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn realm and came out with nothing but getting buried. So again, we have to see where the Motor City Machine Guns go after being signed in NXT. We'll see what happens.
But
Kenny,
hold on,
anything else?
Brian. Yeah, I got something else for
Oh,
you because I might start watching NXT here pretty soon because they're going crazy. Allow me
oh,
to reintroduce myself. Who is this?
they apparently that's like a new there's like a new class now. So
Yeah, I
we'll
saw the new class. Whoa, she deleted her page already? Oh no. But yeah, I saw the new class here. I saw
Yeah,
on
so
her
they
page.
are signing new, they are actively signing and trying to do new things, which I'm happy with NXT. Like the way they're doing things, I feel like they're doing really well. They just got to keep this talent, relevant. You know what I mean? Once they go to the main
Yeah.
roster, like, bro, imagine putting in all that work, all those years, and when you get up to the main roster, it just don't pay off.
Come off and you get cooked. But I mean, it is a big problem, but it's not only a problem that Triple H has had, it's a problem we saw with Vince McMahon as well, unfortunately. For whatever reason, you think Triple H would understand because I think they had Karrion Cross packaged perfectly in NXT. Came up to the main roster and they cooked him. And I think after Vince McMahon burying him and firing him, he just really couldn't believe him anymore. So they're wasting these guys' talents. And when they lose in WWE so bad, you don't want to see him in AEW because now you got that WWE stank on you. So I don't know, Brian. We'll see. Hopefully things work out for the Motor City Machine Guns, who I don't care about because they made a decision here. So when you got that decision to go one way or the other and the other way doesn't work, it's not really a way you can go back. So hey, you get one shot. We'll see if they live up to it.